south away. Temecula, yeah.
Gave up their cruise.
They were on the cruise. I was stuck out in the water. So awesome.
All things work together so that we can.
There you go. Yes, to share this evening. So, well, I want to thank everyone for coming out. My name is Greg Larsen, and I'm a life coach and a speaker, and I have a podcast called Living with Tolle. It's a website of podcast, and I met Nick here in May at a taping for Eckhart Tolle TV. On that very first morning, we were both volunteers, and so we were chatting. He was, just getting to know each other, and he started sharing his story, this very powerful story, and he's going to share that here in a second as we get going. And so, but it led to this idea of having a podcast where we talk about healing the gay pain body, and that's on the Living with Tolle website. It's archived, so if you want to go there and listen to that, you're more than welcome. You can download it or listen to it on the site. And so after that, it was such a great response, and lots of, just had a good vibe around the topic. And so I had a date already booked at the Bodhi Tree, so I thought we would try and do this live. And Peter came to mind, so I invited Peter to join us, and so here we are. That's how it kind of all came about this evening, and really wanted to continue this exploration we started. And it's continuing in other ways, and Nick can share on that also. But really just bringing this really powerful insight, if you want to call it, that Eckhart Tolle brought to us through his book, The Power of Now, and he shares a bit more of it in A New Earth, this insight of the pain body. And I'm not sure if everyone here is familiar with Eckhart Tolle's work, or if you're familiar with the pain body. It's a very powerful concept. Basically, just a quick definition is, as we're growing up when we're younger, we're not able to just be at peace with situations as they arise, whether it be interactions with family members or parents or other situations that may cause sadness or shame or embarrassment. Because we're not approaching them consciously, we kind of take them on, and they leave a residue within us. So as we continue to grow, those experiences pile on top of each other until they become what he calls the pain body. And an aspect of it is that the pain body really is a separate entity from you. It's like an energy field. It's parasitic in nature in a sense, and it attaches itself to you. And so even though a lot of hurtful words or physical violence kind of come about because we're trapped in that pain and that conditioning, and it comes out through us, ultimately it's not who you are. It's like a layering on top of you. So it's very powerful to realize that, because what happens is when you act out of that and you say something very mean or you hurt somebody, and then a few minutes later you're like, oh, I did it again, I hate myself whenever I did that, and then that's more pain body or more judgment coming back on you. So it's really a truly vicious cycle that perpetuates itself. So the idea that Eckhart offers is to begin to observe it and to witness it and acknowledge it for what it is, so you can begin to separate yourself from that. So there can be this authentic field of life that you are, that all of us are, and then this pain body can become separated from that. You can have space between you and it. And ultimately, the way Eckhart kind of describes it is when you dissolve that within you completely, then you become enlightened, or of light, or really your authentic self. So that's part of this journey. But as I mentioned, it's kind of a parasitic entity, and it has like an intelligence of its own. And it knows that as you grow consciously or get happier, this is not a good thing for the pain body, because it survives on pain. And so it's not going to give up and just say, okay, this person's aware of me now, so I'm just going to leave now. It doesn't do that, unfortunately. And sometimes when you become aware of it, it's like, whoa, I'm going to lash out even more. And so it's, again, there's a lot more written about it, and I think in New Earth does a little bit better job describing it. And then there's not only your personal pain body, there's the collective groups. There's a human pain body, there's a feminine gay pain body, he says he was born in Germany during World War II, there's a pain body within the German people around what happened out of World War II, and And now, as we're going to explore tonight, not only our personal experiences, but this collective gay pain body. What are some of the ramifications of that? And how that can keep us from just fully expressing our gifts, fully loving, fully being available to the magic of life, just the beauty of life. There's so much beauty and love and laughter and joy to be shared. And really, you even though you can be at a party with great stories being shared and lots of love and laughter, you can be sitting there thinking about something horrible that happened last week, missing the beauty of that moment. So it's a great thing to bring insight into. So, all right. So that's the pain body, and we'll share a bit more about that. And but I invited Nick and Peter to be with me tonight because I wanted to have them share their personal experience of being gay and dealing with the pain body, and how they came to recognize that, and how they some on their path, how they're able to heal from that, and things they discovered on their path for healing from that. And so we'll have Nick, and Nick is a beautiful, wonderful healer now, and a peace minister, and doing some great work. And Peter's local here, and has his own practice, and doing great work himself. So again, they can also share with what they're up to. And before we go any further, as far as continuing this exploration, one thing that Eckhart offers, which is just the opposite of the pain body, which he is always pointing us back to, because if you're going to try and fight or headbutt with the pain, it can often keep it going or agitate it more, or it can be a longer road trying to heal it doing that. So what he suggests is connecting to your inner body.